Okay.
Hey, Coach. It seemed like a tough start trying to adjust to the size of Cat and Gobert early. What worked for you guys in the second half, particularly in that third quarter that needed possibly you guys to
we were 1 for 11 from 3 at halftime, and the message is, keep shooting because we need to get more attempts. And then sometimes those things even out, and it did. And then we missed some free throws too. And I just felt like you hang in there sometimes in those games, and something doesn't always happen. Something good can happen. They came out the third quarter and just went bam, 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 and we weren't horrible, but we needed to be better, and our guys responded. And they started missing a few, and we were able to capitalize and make some shots.
Part of that was kind of Quin's had a really good stretch where blocked it now to reach that charge and then scored over Rudy.
Yeah.
What have you seen from him getting his left half?
Well, we were small, so it becomes even more important for Clint to anchor us like that. And I thought, early on, they were driving us and we were fouling. Not so much Clint, but in the second half, thought we were more disciplined, and he was in position to help, and he made plays. So it was good to see.
Trey's capable of scoring in a flurry. In the third quarter, kind of did that. Can you speak to the offensive gravity that he provides to your guys' offense?
Yeah, I mean, he's hard to stay in front of, and so when that's happening, he's able to get us set up and create some space, and and allow our bigs to get a screen and play pick and roll. And if he gets an advantage like that, he's just really, he's gifted at taking advantage of that, whether it's his floater, a lob, finding somebody in the corner. And I was glad to see him shoot the ball from 3 too when there was a screen. I think that was the right read, especially sometimes with Gobert back there. So it was even the 1 foot, he works on that. And
before the game, you talked about Cat and Rudy trying to acclimate to each other and how that takes time. Where would you say DeJounte and Trey are at with that? I'm sure you've answered them.
Yeah, I mean, thought you guys saw the game. I thought they were pretty good. All those guys were looking for each other, and I thought, again, there were some shots that, we needed to be more aggressive when we did get stops, and that's where, those guards, in space have an opportunity to really attack. And I said there's an acclimation process, and it's going to evolve. And so you could evaluate it at the end of the game. You could evaluate it at the end of the first quarter. And that we're just allowing that process to take place.
Another game where you guys closed out with the young crew.
Yeah.
Another clutch game at that. Game minutes, of course, are hard to come by, but
Yeah.
when they're in situations where it's a tight game and the situation calls for
Yeah.
to kind of rise to the occasion, what did you see out of this group?
Well, Veet made plays, and the way the matchups were, we put the ball in his hands, and I thought Bruno really anchored us, and those guys spaced and moved the ball and got some looks, and I was really pleased with how they guarded. They didn't give up anything easy. Rudy's vertical spacing that he provides. There was one possession. You can put the ball where no one can get it except him. It's not easy, but that's tough for us to handle. But other than that, I thought there was a couple times that happened, and then we did a good job being able to kind of stay with our own and not create those lob situations.
It's not something that's easily recreated in practice or anything like that. So how important is it for these guys and their development to experience?
It's a great opportunity, and I thought, there's some guys that, AJ, this is the first time he's played in a while. He made a couple good moves and missed a couple, and then it was good to see him. But I thought he rebounded and worked, and Mo's activity is unique, and he'll settle in. But there was a couple plays, one in the first half where, he's crashing the glass, and he's able to do that and still get back because he runs so well. So again, absolutely, being in it's hard to simulate that. So it was good. Okay.